Hey, what's up guys? Houston here. Look, are you okay with using your personal credit in order to get funding for your business? Now, this is for people that don't want to deal with a DUNS number, a paydex score, net 30. You just want money and you don't care how you get it. If you have to use your personal credit, you okay with that? Well, this video is for you because I'm going to show you some of the best personal credit cards you should be going after if you're okay with funding your business using your personal credit. All right. Now, the first credit card that I would definitely tell you to look at is the PNC Core Visa credit card. Now, with PNC, they actually pull Experian. All right. Now, the reason that I like this here credit card, as you can see, is 0% on purchase for 15 months, as well as 0% interest on balance transfers for 15 months, okay? So that would be the first personal credit card if you're okay with using your personal credit to get your business off of the ground, all right? Now, the next card that I'm going to tell you about is BCU Baxter Credit Union. Now, why is that with BCU? Again, it's a Vantage TransUnion score, TransUnion 3 score, okay? So it's not using a FICO score like PNC. It actually uses a TransUnion Vantage score. So when you go to Credit Karma and you see your TransUnion score and it may be higher than your FICO score, that's the credit score you want to use. Now, another thing about this here credit union that I like about it, because they use a Vantage credit score, now you're able to use authorized users to build up your credit score because they include that. They use subscriptions, they use utilities, as well as rental payments. Now, if you don't know which authorized users is best to put on your credit file to build it up, click the link in the description, schedule a one-on-one consultation. Now, again, about this here credit card, again, because it's a Vantage credit card using TransUnion, then I would definitely tell you to get it. And the reason is because they charge 0%, as you can see here, 0% on purchases and balance transfers for 12 months. Okay, now I want you to stick with me because I got two credit cards on here, guys, that you really gonna like, and I hope you appreciate me sharing them with you. Now, the next credit card is Viridian. Now, Viridian, they have a credit card. It's a platinum card. Now, here's the thing about it. They don't have a credit card that charges 0 interest on purchases or balance transfer. However, Viridian, again, is another Vantage credit union, meaning that they use your Vantage TransUnion in order to give you credit. So that's the reason they're on this list. So if you want to check them out, let's look at USAA. Now, USAA, they will pull your Equifax, okay? So I think it's the Equifax 3. They don't use your Equifax FICO 8. I know that for sure. But the good thing about it is that they offer 0% interest on balance transfers. So with the 0% interest on balance transfer, they're also including 0% interest on purchases as well for 15 months. Okay, these are the type of credit cards. Now, here's the thing about it. With USAA, again, they're real strict on military associates, but at the same time, if you're able to get in there, they have some of the best credit cards you can get. All right, let's talk about US Bank. Now, with US Bank, usually they're going to pull your your TransUnion FICO 9. Now, again, your TransUnion FICO 9, any of your FICO 9, they would still use count in your authorized users. They will count in your utility subscriptions as well as rental payments as well. So that would help boost up your credit score. Now, the good thing about it, with US Bank using their personal credit cards, as you can see here, 0% interest on purchases and balance transfers for 15 months. And this credit card is your cash is your US Bank Cash Plus Visa signature card, okay? So that's 0% for 15 months. So you're not paying any interest on your money, right? So that's good. And then they have another one, it's their US Bank Platinum, and it goes all the way up to 18 months. All right, no interest, right? So that's the reason that you want to take a look at them if they're in your region. Now, here's another thing. If they're not in your region, you can use their sister company, Elon Financial. Now, with Elon Financial, directly by themselves is Equifax. However, if you're going through a credit union like Connectus, just say Connectus, okay? They use TransUnion, right? So they'll use your TransUnion in order to qualify you. And they have 18%, 18 months with 0 interest, right? On Elon Financial. So that's another alternative for you. This is Truance. Now, Truance gives you a lot of money on the business side as well as the personal side. So if you're looking to get like equipment for, say you're starting up a hairdressing business, all right, a salon, right? Or say that you're trying to do your janitorial business, some type of business that's low maintenance, but you need a lot of startup cash and stuff like that, then Truance is definitely one of those financial institutions because, as you can see here, they offer 0% interest for 15 months on purchases as well as balance transfers also. Now with Truance, they also pull your Equifax FICO 8. Okay, so they are a FICO 8. Let's talk about Wells Fargo. Now the interesting thing about Wells Fargo, they have some great cards to work with you. All right, so this is the Wells Fargo Active Cash. Now with Wells Fargo, they pull Experian FICO 9. Okay, they use a FICO 9 scoring system. So that's very good in order to help you qualify. Now, as you can see here, with this Wells Fargo Active Cash is 0% for 15 months on purchases and balance transfer. Now, another card that Wells Fargo has that I like is the Wells Fargo Reflect card. Now, the reason I like this, as you can see here, it's 21 months. Now, which Wells Fargo would I actually pull? I would actually go for this here, a Wells Fargo Reflect, because it gives you a longer time period to be able to use their money and not pay any interest on. So this is definitely one of those credit cards that is one of my favorites that I would tell you to use. Is Fifth Third Bank. Now they use TransUnion, but as you can see here, they have another one of those credit cards, all right? That's 21 months, 0 interest on purchases and balance transfer. So for you guys that are trying to get your startup going and stuff and you're okay with using your personal credit, these are some of the best credit cards you want to get because they will allow you to make those big purchases. So if you need to get equipment, you may need to liquidate to pay some other vendors. Now, here's what I wanted to show you. You see this here, this MasterCard? The reason that I like this on the personal side of the MasterCard, say that you're an individual starting up your business, but you have your other household bills. You have your other household bills you have to pay, like your mortgage. Now, with Wells Fargo Bill Card, it would let you pay your rent and you can earn points and stuff. However, like if you're using a company like Plastic.com or Melio, they don't accept Visa to pay your mortgage and stuff. So people are saying, no, I can't pay my mortgage with a credit card. Yes, you can. It has to be a master credit card, okay? Now with Plastic will accept a master credit card. Now once you get the credit card, you connect to Plastic, that's P-L-A-S-T-I-Q. You connect it there and they would actually send out your payment from this because they will accept a MasterCard, okay? Now I know some people may say that are familiar with Plastic, well then they filed bankruptcy. Yes, they did, but that has nothing to stop with you making your payments and stuff. That does not stop you from using their services to make your payments, all right? So if you want to use this here card, as long as it's a MasterCard, you can pay your mortgage with this, All right. Also other vendors as well. All right. So just keep that in mind. Here's another one. This is Discover. Now with Discover, they also use, most of the time they would pull Experian. Okay. However, again, with Discover, they may pull an Equifax. So if your Equifax is locked, they may go ahead and pull your Experian. But this is your Discover card. This is your Discover It cash back, okay? And it gives you 0% for 15 months on purchases. So again, this is another good credit card you can actually use. If you are interested in American Express, all right? As you can see, it says you can actually do a pre-approval for this here credit card with no impact on your credit. So you can see if you're actually pre-approved for this here card. Now the reason that you want this here card is because this is one of the best cards that I think American Express got. I like this card better than American Express Platinum as well as the American Express Gold. The reason those are charge cards and this is a revolving card. All right, so that's the reason that I actually like this. Now, another reason that this is my favorite card is because of the balance transfer. Now, in terms of the balance transfers on this everyday card, as you can see here, it's 15 months on purchases. Okay, on purchases and balance transfer. This is one of the best credit cards that they have on the personal side. I know a lot of people, again, they want the platinum card because of the prestige or the gold card because of the prestige. But me, myself, I like saving money. And so any way that I can save a few dollars, definitely I'm going to save a few dollars, especially with your business startup. Now, here's one thing I will tell you about American Express. Once you get their credit card, all right, you have that one credit card, you can apply for other credit cards without the hard pull on your credit. Now, they use a FICO 8 score. They're going to pull your Experian and they may pull your TransUnion as well when first starting out. But once you actually get approved for first credit card, then like with your business credit cards, or say you have been in business for at least a year, they would do a soft pull instead of a hard pull, so that way you won't do it, get a hard inquiry. Now, another thing I would tell you, once you get an American Express credit card, do not max it out right away, okay? Do not max it out and pay it off, max it out and pay it off right away, okay? It creates suspicious activity, and then they may raise the question of whether they should let you keep it or close it down if you don't provide your tax information, meaning a 4506T. Now, all of these credit cards that I'm showing you, they are stated income. That means no documentation for you to actually get these credit cards. So that's the good thing about it. They are stated income. All right. Now, one of the other things that I must add to this is that when you're applying for these credit cards, you want to make sure that your inquiries are in the safe zone. Like I said, per credit bureau, you want your inquiries to be no more than 8. I would say 6 to be comfortable, but if you go over that 8, you're in the danger zone, okay? So that's the reason you have to be very careful when you applying for these here cards, all right? Next credit card is BMO Harris. BMO Harris, they have a platinum credit card. And I'm going to tell you this, Bank of the West just merged with BMO Harris. So for those of you that are familiar with Bank of the West, they just merged with BMO Harris, okay? So that means that when you, where Bank of the West would used to pull your Experian, BMO Harris pulls your TransUnion. So when you're applying for a new credit card and stuff, you will go through BMO Harris that pulls FICO 8, all right? Now the best credit card that they have to offer is the BMO Harris Platinum MasterCard for your startup. Now again, like I said, this is for people that are okay with using their personal credit to get their businesses and then off the ground, all right? Now, as you can see here, it's 15 months, 0% on purchases, as well as 15 months on 0% on balance transfers as well. PenFed, all right? So with PenFed, being a credit union, you do have to join. And the way you join, you're going to pay $5 to open up a savings account, and then you can apply, all right? Now, the average credit score for most of these, the minimum credit score for most of these credit cards, they say a 670. I would tell you guys to try to have at least a 680 or higher credit score, all right? I would say just to be in the safe zone. Now, again, with PenFed, here's the interesting thing about it. They will accept the 620 credit score, all right? Now, for whatever reason, they are really flexible in terms of helping you get credit cards. Now, again, the best credit card from PenFed is the Gold Visa. Now, they are a FICO 9 institute, okay? Now, lately, people have been saying that they've been switching up, pulling Experian. And the reason they've been pulling Experian system, because of Experian system is tied in to the Social Security Administration. How true that is, I don't know. However, I would tell you to investigate it yourself. But if they do pull Experian, again, from my understanding, they're still using a FICO 9 scoring system. All right, but most of the time they do use Equifax. All right, and so as you can see here, that credit card that you want to get is the Gold Visa card, because it gives you 15 months on purchases and balance transfers. Okay, this is so important because this is what's going to save you a lot of money, especially in your startup for your new LLC. And like I said, if you have enough credit, high enough credit, you definitely want to look at these type of personal credit cards. Now, another thing you must also understand about this, getting these personal credit cards, if you max them out, it will reflect and lower your credit score, okay? Because your DTI, your debt to income ratio, goes up. All right, so just keep that in mind. But if you're trying to get your business off the ground and you're okay using your personal credit, these are the top credit cards I would definitely tell you to go after. All right, now if you have any other questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.